agenda of in general, and even seen it on this scale until we got to mainly worry about the kids, make sure you teach. It has to be a discussion. It sounds kind of funny saying it, but teach your kids. Anything other than that is, in my opinion, mental illness and acceptable. It's a crazy world we live in, a crazy time we live in. We've seen this coronavirus, people going crazy out there. People think it's getting real. It's time to really wake up. It's time to really focus on your family. Make sure you're moving in the right way and just remove yourself as much as you can from the system. But shout out to Waka and Big U for never putting on a dress and refusing to ever do it. That's the way it should be. Don't be fooled. Let me know what you think in the comments. I appreciate you watching. Hit the like, subscribe, share, leave some feedback. Make sure you ring the notification bell too. I appreciate you. Peace.
We all have a story just waiting to be claimed.
This is where we go.
We are all searching for a peek behind the curtain. The return to glory.
I'm having an emotion I'm unfamiliar with. We're all winners out here.
Go! Hidden from the world, yet in the middle of it, Waterston is bringing a collection of beautiful new homes to Gilbert that offer the best of the East Valley lifestyle. Walk over to Veterans Oasis Park right next door. Hike or bike the trail, fish in the urban fishing lake, or unwind in peace and quiet.
At our 2020 Vision Tour, it was at the Forum in Inglewood. They were chummy chum, all over each other, hugging. Rita is here. The announcement went. Now, Rita and Tom Hanks, they on March 11th, they had contracted the virus. So this is just 11 days after they came in contact with Oprah. Neither Rita or Tom has revealed if they know when or how they got infected or when they were tested. All that is known is that both of them are in confinement in Australia and are in good shape after they tested positive for COVID-19, the real name of this nasty bug. While not many details are known, the science is clear and tell us that the people with coronavirus can be asymptomatic for up to 14 days. The period without symptoms is also the time when they are most contagious, which is why we are being asked to practice social distancing. The period without symptoms is the time when they're most contagious, which is why we're being asked to practice social distancing. Oprah, 17,000 people in the arena to see Oprah. How many of those 17,000 people do you think Oprah infected? You know,
She gonna go bankrupt over that
when
shit.
she gets going, you know, like on her good days, I hear she'll hug a lot of people. So it's quite possible that a whole lot of people at that yacht, you know, she's real close, like personal, touchy. Probably touch a whole lot of people, kissing all on them, hugging all on them. And imagine people, like a lot of times, people kiss on his cheeks. And, you know, congratulating him, hugging on him and stuff. A lot of times people put their lips in the same place, you know, somebody else put their lips on, right? Oh man, this could be really bad. And I say Oprah possibly spread it. she probably gave it to Rita. And then Rita gave it to Tom. And then Tom gave it to Jennifer. All right, I'll stop. But this is bad, man. Seriously, this is bad. Oprah, oh yeah. What do y'all think would happen if Oprah got it? I think she could make it. I think she's what, like 63, 64? I think she could survive coronavirus. I don't know, man. You know, you gotta have a healthy immune system too. Like you can be older, like I think they said, like, you know what? In what was that? India? Yeah, I think they said in India, anybody over 80 is being left to die. I read something like that.
Damn.
I don't know how true it is. They were saying anybody over 80 in India are being left to die. So if you got coronavirus, they're like, man, we're gonna do what you ain't nothing we can do for you. You think Oprah can survive?
Damn, that's hard.
In any event, it's noteworthy that the Forum is the same place that Kobe played prior to playing at the Staples Center. Could this be the ghost of Kobe Bryant at work? Wishing a speedy recovery to Tom Hanks and his wife, Rita Wilson. Health and wellness to Jennifer Lopez and the other 17,000 people that were in the audience. If I missed anyone, charge it to my heart, not my brain. No more.
Come on in, little nigga. I know you're scared. You're shaking like dice up in Harlem on a Saturday night. Come on, let's talk about it. Microphone boss on the check-in. Folks, I'm a little extra today, and I'm a little tight. I had to postpone my my pilot and my meet and greet that was scheduled to happen today in Atlanta, GA, because of course, health concerns. And the people that were scheduled to appear with me, a few of them were very apprehensive about coming to Atlanta, and I said, you know, I get it, I understand. So I'm a little tight. I'm not mad, I'm not angry, and the major network from up in New York that was working with me, they said, hey, we understand, we had to cancel some shows as well. So here we are, here I am, but I am Aggie. I am Aggie. Okay, good evening, my troll babies. How you feel? Black coffee on deck. I'm going to be on one, just so you know right now. I also took a 2 milliliter shot of B12 half an hour ago. Huh? Look at that. I might jump out the fucking window. And I will be using profanity, racial slurs. I will be vulgar and sexist this evening, letting you know right now. Okay. Coronavirus. Are you scared? Are you up at Walmart fighting over, toilet tissue and accessories? Now, washing your ass is a priority. Now it's a priority. The messenger to the black man told you once upon a time this day would come. You didn't believe him. Stevie Wonder could have seen this day coming. Now shit's real. Oh, it's real now. It's real. And thank you to those of you who keep sending me YouTube links to Caucasians talking about, all of them expose the coronavirus, vaccines, yada, yada, yada. Folks, there's not one white person on the planet that could enlighten me right now. I'm sorry. Not one. I've studied history most of my life. And for those of you who have gone to institutions of learning, you're much smarter than me. History always repeats itself. But thank you for sending me those links. I don't watch any of them. I just, and especially the white guy in the motorcycle jacket who looks like he hasn't washed in weeks, and he's got the 2 little dirty cats running around. Thank you. Fuck out of here. All right. Again, I'm a little aggy, but I'm focused, and I'm going to talk to you about some things tonight. And let me just say right now, I fully support non-restricted capitalism. Anybody who has purchased truckloads of sanitizer and toilet tissue. They should be able to sell that shit on eBay and Amazon. It's bullshit that they can't sell it. We start there. And I got a bunch of notes. And I just want to take my time as much as I can. Charge. Hey, on the screen, is martial law coming to America? That's my working title tonight. Do you know what martial law is? Salute to the two people that reached out to me in the last couple of days. A very good friend of mine, I'm not going to say his name, and he spoke about Manhattan possibly this week being quarantined, the whole island. And then another buddy of mine, a cop, sent me some pictures, and he said, Troy, whatever you do, don't be in Manhattan this week. Are you at the speed? Let me look at the live chat. You guys know what I'm talking about? Yeah, the white man is trimming the fat. Trimming the fat. Gotta respect it. Niggas have been running around in slides for the last couple of years. There's no more black revolution. It's not gonna happen. Okay, I see you, sit tight. I just wanna ramble here. And also on the screen tonight, Jay Electronica, his new album, A Written Testimony. I listened to it. Trash. Double trash. Double trash. And I don't usually say that about people's art, but you know, some of us have been waiting for so long. Now we've got this racist nonsense in 2020. Folks, the NOI, Nation of Islam, washed. Let me go on record and say they're washed. Fuck out of here. He's got so much audio. He's got all that old slick Farrakhan. We want to deal with your master. The Nation of Islam was dealt with once upon a time by the LA cops. I'm not going to go into the history back in the 60s, and they did nothing. It's all talk. So I don't believe nothing Minister Farrakhan has said in the last 20 years of his existence. And I'm not going to say respectfully, they're washed. What he's talking about now with the connection to L. Ron Hubbard's philosophy has had nothing to do with black people. That's what the Nation of Islam is now. And Jay Electronica is talking bullshit. How do you feel? Call in. I'll let you say your piece, but that's where I'm coming from. Trash. Why is Jay-Z on half the pardon me, the entire album? I think maybe 1 or 2 tracks he's not on. Yeah. 10 songs, 39 minutes and 34 seconds of pure trash. Have you heard it? Nobody's trying to hear that in 2020. Fuck out of here. Also, I want to talk to you guys tonight about a few other topics. I just have a bunch of things written down. I'm going to be catching up because I haven't been on the mic in a few days. Tom Hanks' son, Chet. Anybody see Chet now talking like a white boy? He was acting like a Jamaican at one point. Then he was speaking patois. Now it's real. Chet Hanks, Tom Hanks' son, and he's talking about his dad and his mother, Rita. Fuck out of here, Chet. And also, hold on a second. Oh, we got another one, another live one. Andrew Gillum, is that how you say his name? Hey girl, toot, hey, beep, huh? In a hotel with a gay escort. He was throwing up. The escort passed out. Black man married to a black woman with 3 kids. Pray for his wife. But for those of you who subscribe to the theory of God, pray for his wife. Huh? She's living with a gay man, allegedly, and she's been led astray. And here's the gay escort who's now talking. There he is, huh? Gay escort. Crystal meth. Little bags, clear bags were found in the hotel room. Folks, those are booty bumps. I've told you before. Yes, no, maybe? Milton Live Chat. You guys remember booty bumps when I spoke about Pastor Ted Hyde back in the days? Caught in the hotel with a gay escort. He tried to deny it first. You know the difference between a booty bump and Ronnie and I spoke earlier. I think it was chem sex. Chem sex, chemical sex, is a multiple drugs. Booty bumps, from what I've heard, are crystal meth, sometimes mixed with cocaine. You put it into a syringe, you inject it into the walls of your anus, and then you get donkey fucked. Hey Andrew, hey girl. Let's talk about that this evening. All right, I see you guys on the phone lines. Just give me a minute, I just want to ramble here. And Jay Electronica, how is he going to tour with Jay-Z on half of this album? Answer me that. Or is he going on tour with Jay-Z? This is not even a Jay Electronica album. It's J&J. What is this? Watch the Throne Part 2? Trash! And I don't usually call people's art trash so fast. I like to give people a chance. Every track that I heard, I was like, get out of here. And this thing with him and Jay and where they were when Kobe Bryant died, who gives a fuck? We want bangers. Potential radio hits. Trash, in my opinion, all right? Okay, I got a bunch of other notes here. And again, for those of you who are coming down to the pilot / meet and greet today, it will be rescheduled. I had to be responsible because of the potential lawsuits against not just myself, the production team, the other guests, and the venue. I found myself trying to put together indemnification letters to have people sign when they came down, but then it's not worth it. So that's what happened. We'll get back to it, but I thank you for being patient. All right, I'm coming to the phone lines, and Bullshit Ronnie may or may not call in. I had that spoke to her today. 813 boss. Star, slow the fuck down. Put the black coffee down, nigga. Farrakhan got the NOI niggas outside your crib. Peek out the window. They come with you. Them niggas is washed. Fuck is you talking about? Slow down. I used to bark on those niggas on the radio back in 2001. You're new to the show, that's fine. I cursed out Minister Conrad Muhammad's bitch ass once upon a time. He thought he was going to call the station and regulate because he had orchestrated some type of peace between what was it, Rex and Effect and Tribe Called Quest. The niggas is washed, man. Fuck it. But thank you for the donation. Power Bottom says that once again Star is lying to the listeners. You know you were locked away and hiding in the bussy bunker, partaking in all of this wet tranny bussy. Oh, that was cute. Thank you so much. Okay, so we got some trolls on deck. Let's go. And I got a little Pellegrino just in case I start doing too much. B12 is on me. Give me a second. And I feel great. All right, go to the phone lines, and I'll come back to Cash App and Super Chat. And let me hear how scared you are. Hey, 442, good evening. Are you shaking your boots? 442, pick it up. Hey, how are you? Good evening. He's scared, bitch ass. But pick it up. Cock in your mouth early. I'm here for the smoke. Area code 954. Good evening. 954.
What is it?
Hey, what's up, man?
Just telling my, hey, brother.
So I'm not your brother. Please don't start with that. Please. I'm not your brother.
No, all right.
Come on.
Okay, the coronavirus is a strain of the flu, which is 97% curable. Y'all need to leave, bro.
Right.
Y'all need to leave, bro. Please leave. Stop following. Stop.
Where you calling from, Blackie? I hear the Tony. Where you calling from, sir?
I'm calling from Florida, my boy.
Okay. What part of Florida?
I'm in the West Palm. I'm originally from Valladolid.
Okay. Were you down there at spring break acting a fool? We just saw them niggas down there doing the most. Were you down there?
Nah, I was actually at work, my boy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't really be partaking in these shenanigans down here because I already know what be going on.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Okay.
But no, but
so now can I ask you, is martial law coming to America? Do you know what martial law is?
But it's already here. It's already here. It's already here, bro.
Not in full effect. Not in full effect.
Nah, but look, at the end of the day, you want to know why? You want to know why I say it's already here? Because they already got money and it's telling you what they're going to do. Look up the Georgia Guidestones. If y'all think this is a game, then start tripping. Look up the Georgia Guidestones and they'll tell you what they plan to do. And we in 8 different languages, so if you don't speak English, they got it in your language. So go ahead and do your little research.
Might you speak another language, sir? You speak another language?
I say they got it in 8 different languages, so if you speak under different languages, you will say that, they got it where you.
I was asking, do you speak another language? I was just asking.
I'm mixed with Jamaican. I speak Patois.
Okay. Well, come on, spit some of that hot shit before I let you go. Let me hear you say something.
I'm not going to do that. Not right now.
Okay. You're scared, man. Thank you, sir. Yeah, but please don't, call him that brother shit, huh? The white man is trimming the fat. Area code 347. Good evening. I'm a little Aggie. My meet and greet was pushed back. Right there, 347. Hey.
Hello?
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, I was calling into the show. I seen the thing that you had there, but I wanted to call in before to speak about something you had about the Pop Smoke thing.
No, sir. We talking about J Electronica tonight. Pop Smoke, R.I.P. It's in the past.
No. It's important. It's important. It's real important. You got, they did the East Coast, and it's related to the martial law thing. They did the East Coast, West Coast thing, where they were talking, and I agree that Blueface and what's the other dude should check in. But I think that thing that happened Pop Smoke was bigger than that. It was bigger than some LA hood dude. I won't talk about it because unless.
Well, sir, who is they? You said they. You give me the source. I promote everybody's channel. Who is they, sir?
No. I'm talking about. Remember when you had the guy up there and he was saying that the West Coast bloods got to check in when they come to New York.
Yeah, Corey King. King.
Yeah. So my thing was that, I'm under the strong impression, and like I said, if me and you sitting one-on-one or I had private time to talk with you, I would explain where I'm coming from.
No, sir. No, sir. Where you calling from, sir? Are you snitching? What are you talking about? Sit down.
No, not snitching. That thing was bigger than LA. It was bigger than some.
Mumbling, stumbling, fumbling. White man is trimming the fat. Martial law. Is it coming to America? He was running around looking for this. And salute to Muslims, real Muslims, who already know that a true Muslim is supposed to wash his hands before he touches his penis, before he uses the restroom. Can I get an amen in the live chat? Now all of a sudden, washing your ass is priority? What the fuck? Let me see that thing. Okay. Martial law, folks. We've never seen real anarchy in this country, with the exception of the Civil War. So, martial law may be too much of a stretch for some people. The imposition of direct military control of normal civilian functions to a temporary emergency such as invasion or major disaster or in occupied territory. We've got ourselves a major disaster, folks. The coronavirus. And let me ramble for a second. The DNA within Africans, the original man, has withstood all sorts of tragedies, viruses, sickness, and everything else on the planet. The black woman, mother of creation, she has withstood everything on the Serengeti and all these other different plains in Africa, their bodies. The Caucasian has tried to wipe out the Africans over time. You know this already. You're smarter than me. Ebola didn't work. The bodies are resistant. Hang on a second. I got a little something here I'm going to throw at you because you won't believe me most of the time. Hold on. I'm going to put something on the screen for you. Now, this is just a theory with regards to the origins of the African. Again, the original man and the mother of creation. Hang on. How? Can you see that? Can you read it? Say that. I don't like to put this stuff on the screen too often. How many millions of years ago are they saying, scientists, that could be a link, common ancestor to both modern humans and the other great apes? I can't pronounce it on my high school level. Okay, take a screenshot. Okay. So the coronavirus, is it a hoax? No, it's not a hoax. Many of us thought it was a hoax. It's bullshit. It's real. But for those who have researched it, many of you have, many people are bouncing back from it. It's not like wiping out millions of people. No, in my opinion, based upon my research. Just want to say that, right? Virginia Slim, a.k.a. Flocka, went to check and says, I live in Miami. And run in circles with black folks with clout in business. They have been rumblings about dudes' sexuality, but this, question mark, squirrel shit, okay? You're talking about Andrew? Hey, Andrew. And the gay escort is talking. His story does not match up with Andrew Gillum's story. And Andrew Gillum, for those of you who don't know, he was the 126th mayor of Tallahassee, Florida, and he ran for the governor's office, and that campaign failed. Booty bumps. Booty from the Nation of Islam to the, okay, in the closet Gilliam. Get it, my nigga. Get a fresh hot pot of coffee and preach. Thank you so much, Donald. The Nation of Islam. Fuck out of here. Claims you niggas never had. Area code 832. Good evening while you're there. 832. Hey, 832. Pick it up. Scared? You scared, nigga? You scared? What a church. Area code 512. Good evening, 512.
What's going on?
I'm on one, sir. How are you?
What's going on?
I'm watching these scared niggas. Scary niggas. Turn that down the background, please.
No, I'm not scared.
Okay. How can we help you, sir?
Not scared. You remember, I'm the fortune thing that own my own company.
Yes, sir.
I told you about a week ago this was real. You know, all my family in the medical field. And guess what, Star? Everybody, 80% of the world will get it. Some people will be asymptomatic. That means it won't affect them.
Right.
But they're going to go around with it. And now they're saying they have a 37-day, up to 37-day contagious rate. So that means this is a new norm. They have I want you to look at the chart in Washington.
So I don't have to look at it. I've studied history, and history always repeats itself. Who is they? So give me the white source and the propaganda that is telling you everybody's going to get it. Who's the source?
The global news.
Right.
The global news. And guess what? All countries are saying the same thing. Look at China's report. Look at Italy's report. It is affecting men's testicles. After men are having it, they're sterile after. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. Like I say, my dad's a nurse practitioner. My mother's already in. I own a home health company. I got a little bit more insight. I get letters from insurance and my doctors. What's going on? I've been telling people for 2 months, prepare for your life to change. Because this is not what they say it is. This is not the flu, Star. Like I told you, I had the flu. This is times 10 of the flu. It's more contagious and it's going to mutate. You might as well throw a party. All the black people making jokes about it. Yeah, man. Hey, watch.
So I'm partying right now. I got myself some peanut M&M's. I'm partying. I ain't scared. Now, hang on. Respect me. I just gave you a source, sir, to the possible origins of African life 13 million years ago. Hang on, 13 million years ago. The African has withstood all sorts of catastrophes, asteroids, and other things into this goddamn planet. The African is built to last, and I say built respectfully because I'm a non-believer, so I can't really subscribe to something being built. But I'm just in layman's terms, built to last.
You are correct. That's why I said 80% of the population is not going to die. 80% of the population is going to get it.
Yeah. The white man is trimming the fat, and he wants to put everybody under DNA reporting status. Yeah. And
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, like herpes pops up every once in a while. Herpes is a virus.
Are you fucking serious?
Once you get this, and you will get this.
You know, sir, I don't have herpes, and I won't get it. But go ahead. Don't put that
No,
on.
not herpes. No, not herpes. I'm saying it's a virus like herpes. So once your immune system gets low, it will pop back up. So the older you get, your immune system will drop. It'll pop back up, and it's gonna kill you eventually. So anybody, the older you get, you're gonna get it anyway. It is here to stay. On him, with church. Remember I said that. My name's Ennis anyway. My name is Ennis. I'll let you start.
Thank you, man. So thank you. Yeah. NBA YoungBoy got herpes, and he's still slinging a raw dick.
That's correct.
Folks, I'm on. Hang on a second. I'm not taking more coffee. I'm not playing with you niggas tonight. You got so relaxed. You really know how to stockpile food and water and ammunition. Oh, you better have some ammunition. White folks don't come knocking on your door at some point, checking on shit. Hang on a second. Somebody just texted me. Who's this? Dana, hey, Dana, hold it. Dana, are you on the line? Where are you, Dana? Dana with the smoke. Let's talk to these scary niggas this evening. Dana, hang on a second. I don't see him on the line. And please, folks, please don't call him with that I told you something bullshit. Oh, Dana, are you calling in? Calling in. Dana said martial law is already here. Has it been declared martial law? You see, it can appear to be that way, but not necessarily put into effect. Bush kid, hey, sir, how he said started. What? Now, who is this? Adrian? I don't know who the fuck that is, sir. After she take. Okay, that's disgusting. Who are you talking about, sir? Adrian who? From the group 3LW? The Cheetah Girls? What are you talking about? Thank you for your donation. Hey, there's enough. Good evening. He says, this is a plot to take away America's rights in the name of safety. Food and toilet paper rations are soon to come. Yeah, okay. Okay. I don't disagree with that. I said white man's, trimming the fat. Fear and propaganda is how he gets down. Fear and propaganda. And let me just make sure that I reference the Federal Reserve. Because this is about money, ultimately. Did you see the president, my guy, Trump? He said, I wish the Federal Reserve would do what's right. Trump's my guy, but he's a pawn. He's just a figurehead. He does not really control what one might think he controls, The Federal Reserve calls the shots. And that's a very deep conversation. But listen, I would also focus on Jay Electronica's new album, A Written Testimony. Have you heard this trash? Call and prove me wrong. Total trash as far as I'm concerned. Let's go to area code 704. 704, good evening. Good evening, 704.
Yeah, what's good, man? What's good, man?
How are you, sir?
Yeah, it's nice, man. Listen, man. All is going around, man. Don't be scared, man. Just be aware. Be aware what's going on right now, man. It's the times, man. It's 2020, so you got to be aware right now.
Do you have ammunition, sir, and food? Do you have cured meat? I'm not scared. Do you have those things?
Well, right now I'm in North Carolina, man. But I grew up in New York, man. But New York, I've been contacting a lot of family and friends, and It's going down up there, man. It's definitely going down. They got the National Guard. You know what that means? The National Guard going around. So
Yeah.
it's the beginning of what's to come. So don't be scared. Just be aware. People have to be more cautious.
Sir, do you have ammunition? I asked you once. That's the question. You have ammunition?
Oh, yeah, I'm in North Carolina. I'm licensed. I'm in North Carolina.
Okay.
I'm licensed. You got to. You have to.
How many rounds do you have? How many rounds do you have?
Man. Listen, I ain't trying to.
How many rounds do you have, sir?
You know.
So you're talking about don't be scared. How many rounds do you have?
Don't fall for the okie dokes.
Man,
Don't
I got
speak.
enough to lay a nigga down. Just understand that. I got enough to lay a nigga down.
I know you got enough to lay a nigga down. What about Whitey? When Whitey comes to your property, you got enough for Whitey?
Listen, it's not about race right now.
But you just said, nah, you can't say that.
You're damn right it's about race. What? Hang on a second, hold on. Folks, am I doing too much? Am I too amped? Am I too charged? I've been off for a couple of days. You know, I'm coming back, hiking, you know, ready to get down. More coffee. And I'm eating some tasty cakes, huh?
He said he got enough rounds to lay a nigga down.
I've been ready for Whitey.
But then said it ain't about race. What the fuck is he talking about? It ain't about race right now.
Paul, let's get to it, big nigga. Yeah, so I'm on it.
Talking about? You can lay a nigga down, but no other race.
About my pilot and my meet and greet having to be rescheduled, but I'm here and I'm in a good place. What is this? Something about a Booker battle.
That was wow. It's so it's just.
Hey, Mikkel. Hey, Mikkel. Thank you for your donation.
I'm not surprised. Damn.
Nothing. Shout out, but just want to say thank you, sir. You seem to be on top of things. Maurice, good evening, sir. Turn the fuck up on that fuck shit, sir. Thank you, sir. Your donation. South Dallas again. Andrew getting bussy and high on meth at 1 a.m. Yeah.
That's funny.
Getting donkey fucked by white.
No.
And lying to his poor wife. This is all alleged, but guys, anybody that live chat, I'm sure you've heard me speak about Pastor Ted Haggard before. Pastor Ted Haggard, that's how he went out. In a hotel. Doing booty bumps with a gay escort. He got exposed. Yeah. 702 pound leaving. Niggas looking for the TP. Hilarious. How do I say this name? Is it Caplo? Get those broke, ignorant niggas out of here. Hashtag make America great again. I have to agree with you. So I saw some of those people running around in South Beach for spring break.
Yeah, what the fuck was that?
Jumping each other. Here we got a national.
Like, what the fuck are y'all doing?
And niggas still find the time to fight each other.
Yeah,
Thank you for your donation.
Ain't that some shit?
Elvis, the Chef Rosenberg, good evening. He says, I am from the government and I am here to help. Thank you, thank you. Okay, someone wants to talk. You sent the donations at Fabian, area code 760. Where are we? Oh, here. Somebody talk about this J Electronica trash. Fabian, is that you, sir? Good evening, area code 760.
Yes, sir. Tijuana, Mexico on the check-in store.
Hey, what's up, man? How you?
What's going on? Oh, pretty good, yeah. I know it's like serious with the coronavirus, it's the end of the world, whatever, but I want to talk about the monkey stuff with J Electronica, man.
Please.
Trash. Yeah. Trash, man. So that, we've been waiting this entire time for this debut album from this alleged cokehead. And then I start playing it on Spotify, and the first voice and the first verse that I hear is Jay-Z on it. That dude, J Electronica, is so insecure that he couldn't drop an album on his own. Because if he would get criticized, it would all fall on him. So now he has Jay-Z by his side. So now if people don't like it, he can just be like, Jay was there. He got in the way of it. He wanted to be all up in the music with me and all that. Nah, man, that's not it, man.
Well, hang on a second. I appreciate your call. The first voice that you actually hear on this trash is Minister Louis Farrakhan. The song is The Overwhelming Event. That's the very first voice.
Yeah, that's the intro.
Yes.
Yeah, the intro. But then when on the first song, the first verse, actual rap verse, you hear Jay-Z. And when I first heard Jay-Z on it, I was like, oh shit, like he's got like a feature on here.
Yeah.
And then I kept playing the next one and the next one and the next one, and nowhere did it say that Jay-Z was featured. And I was like, yo, this dude just put Jay-Z on this and didn't even have his name on it. He just like wanted to have that, you know?
Can you give me one track that you like? I think the entire thing is trash. One track.
I like the only track where he's by himself. It's like a minute and a half long or something like that. I like the sample of the beat. It's not so much him, but I mess with that beat. I mean, that track.
Are you talking about Fruits of the Spirit? Fruits of the Spirit?
I believe that's that's the only track where it's just him.
Okay. What about the Ghost of Soldier Slim? What do you think about that?
I mean, that was I believe that was like the intro, wasn't it? Like the first song?
Yeah. Well, no, the first song, again, is The Overwhelming Event. That was 2 minutes and 17 seconds. And then you had Ghost of Soldier Slim, 4 minutes and 26 seconds. I think a lot of people, in my opinion, are scared to really say what they truly feel because, you know, most people are sheep. They want to follow the leader, you know. And I'm not a player hater. I'm the objective hater. So, I mean, I was trying to give this guy a chance. But truthfully, he was born in 1976. So we're not talking about some kid who, you know, we should give time to make mistakes. We're talking about a grown-ass man who, as you just said, did not come out on his own. Jay-Z on half the goddamn project. Go ahead.
It's not even on half of it. It's on 8 of the tracks, man. It's like, how are you gonna have him? And then that's what I'm saying, man. How are you gonna have the first verse on your debut album be another man? That's just weak as hell, man.
Yeah. Okay.
And another thing, salute to the people at the border over here from the Mexican side who are selling toilet paper to the USA people crossing over.
Nice.
Salute to them.
Nice. Yeah. Non-restricted capitalism. I support it. Non-restricted.
Right. Yeah. This is America, baby.
Thank you, man. Thank you for the call.
All right, then, man.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
Okay, you too, sir. Yeah. Yeah. What type of hoe-ass shit is Amazon and eBay on? Oh, yeah. Price gouging. What? It's America. You have athletes that can run up the goddamn price for their services. Why can't someone say, hey, I got what you need. This is $250. Send me some money PayPal, and I'll send you this. What the fuck? Fabian, thank you for your donation. Give me a second, this lady. Charles. Oh. Yesterday, I was riding around with my little gangster boo. Her and her friends, you know, FaceTiming. DMs up on the gram. I'm sitting in the passenger seat sipping gin and juice. I was just enjoying watching the chaos. Just enjoying watching the chaos here in Atlanta, GA. Elvis, good evening, sir. He says, sent an email on 9 scariest words you can ever hear. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Jason, good evening, sir, sends in a donation, says, I want to shout out. Sir, I've never in my life done a shout out on any platform that I've been on. I acknowledge people, but fuck a shout out. I don't shout out bum ass niggas in the projects, niggas, you know, yo, free my niggas, so and so. Thank you for your donation. I don't do shows. It's okay. I'm not going to black out on you. You're a new listener, a new viewer. Fuck it. Matter of fact, we had a funeral for the shout out back in the Storm Buck Wild days. I think it was 2000. Peace to the God DX21. We had a funeral on the radio for the shout out. Hey, Tori sends in a donation. Star J Electronica's album is trash. Facts. Hey, Peach, 602, I'm on the line, big nigga. Good evening, is that you, Peach? Area code 602. Hey.
Shit is popping off. Shit just got real.
Let's go.
When you see these white people out here buying all the motherfucking toilet paper, and they start buying all the Lysol, you know some shit is popping off. I'm telling you.
Okay.
That's it?
Now, hang on a second. Truthfully, there's a lot of propaganda about the toilet tissue. Yes, at Walmart, shit is gone. But now, why would you go to Walmart to buy toilet tissue in the first place? It's coming over from China.
The virus is in the toilet paper?
I don't know. I don't know. But why would you go to the warehouse where they sell the toilet tissue? Go to Dollar Tree. They got it. Dollar General. They got what you need. There's no crisis in Atlanta. I don't see it. Come on.
What do you think they're gonna do about the money? They say you can spread the money also.
Oh, that's bullshit, yo. That's straight bullshit.
The darker you are, in my opinion,
Yes,
the less your chances are of catching whatever biological warfare that has been put in motion.
You say we just got it in our genetics?
Listen, you don't believe me, do a little research. Throughout history, the African is the most durable species on the planet. You don't have to believe me.
Okay, I believe you.
Yeah. There were Irish slaves in this country, you know that, yes, once upon a time. They were dying off. They weren't built to last. Too weak.
Shit.
Yeah.
Alright, so, please.
No, hang on. Have you heard Jay Electronica's album? Can you give me any thoughts, or do you not care? Okay, no. Don't believe me. Hang on a second. I'm going to put this back on the screen one more time because, you have to see it to believe it. Pow! Take a screenshot. It's just a theory. I can't pronounce that. I'm a high school dropout. I can't pronounce that. 13 million years ago. I learned about that back in Wardlaw Private School, Edison, New Jersey. Wardlaw. Thank you, David, for your email. What is this? Sir, can you send me hyperlinks? Do you know what a hyperlink is, sir? You send some good emails, but you don't send hyperlinks. I just want to be able to click on it, and then it takes me to wherever you're trying to send me. If I have to teach a young nigga what a hyperlink is. Lindsay, how are you? Salute, hater. Hashtag Bill Terrain quotables. Okay, Bill Terrain was my father. Serving the military. Thank you so much for your donation. Give me some time, my lady. HB2 was pop. He says, want to talk about Jam Electronic to do out. Okay, HB2, are you calling from 313? What is that shit? HB2, my nigga, how you doing? How are you, sir?
Hey, I'm doing alright. How are you?
Let me tell you some things on these niggas, man. I ain't scared of shit. What's poppin'?
Hey, nah, I feel you. Yeah, so I listened to that Jay Electronic album this morning. I actually listened to it twice.
Okay.
The best part was Scarecon. That was the best part. Like, and you know what? I'm tired of this whole the black, niggas are the people in the Bible. Like Jay, if you gonna make a diss against Jewish people, then just say that. Stop trying to they keep trying to start this race war that they not trying to be the head of it. They just trying to.
Are you talking about the synagogues of Satan reference?
Yeah, he said it twice. He said it twice. Like, come on, man. We know what you're talking about. But if you guys, as the figureheads and the so-called, the kings or whatever, y'all scared to say something. So what are we really even doing? It's just, man, I just never been so bored listening to some rap. Like, it was just the most boring. It was trash. It was trash. I'm getting tired of Jay-Z and Jay Electronica. Like, they're both just race hustling, and at this point, it's just getting played out. Like, come on, ho. What? You have no reason to be angry at anything.
Right.
What are you talking about?
Right.
I'm just over it. I'm so over it. I'm so over Jay Electronica. I'm so over the conscious brother. You know what I mean? Like, no, this stuff has gotta go. I'm tired of it. Unless y'all ready to kill something, unless y'all ready to die for something, I don't want to hear it anymore. I'm not trying to hear none of it. man. I'm not trying to get this pro-black.
Right. Now hang on, HB2 and stay with me. You know, Malcolm X. Great man that he was, and he did snitch on the messenger, no ifs, ands, or buts about that, and I don't hold that against him. You know, after he was talking that talk, and then he saw that the nation was just pump fake, and they weren't about action, he then had to make a realization within himself, and the split was the split. But looking back, have you ever seen the Nation of Islam really get down in the trenches? Ever?
Never. Has the Nation of Islam even went to, like, have they as a collective went to Mecca yet? Like, what? Have you guys even gotten any respect from other Muslims? Like, I don't know. They haven't done anything. They haven't even earned the respect of, you know, the world yet. They're still just trying to hustle the stuff for black people. I
don't hold anything against them with regards to, you know, the origins of Islam. But you know, I have taken issue with the constant preaching of Jesus as opposed to Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. And I'm an atheist, peace be upon him. But here's the thing, and you're in Chicago. You're not originally from there, right? Forget where you're from.
No, not originally.
Okay. Have you ever heard of L. Ron Hubbard and Dianetics, which ultimately became the Church of Scientology?
Yes.
Okay. How in the fuck did Mr. Farrakhan ever make a connection to the Church of Dianetics with Islam, the Nation of Islam part?
I mean, I have a theory, but I mean, if you're a thinking man, you know, you kind of already see the hypocrisy in it. But my theory is they're both just, you know, both just two sides of the same coin. They're both pushing the same agendas. I don't think the NOI is a righteous, like religion. I think it's probably funded by the government to push, you know, this false ideology that, you know, every black man is a king, and, you know, we're just under some oppression or whatever by the you know, it's BS to me. But I'm not surprised that they're.
How about if I can throw this at you? And I think I've said this before. Mr. Farrakhan was not, nor is he, the businessman that Elijah Muhammad was. Therefore, that's why he tried to make a connection to the Church of Scientology, which is about money. That's about money.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
But I don't want to beat up on the man, even though I already have. But J Electronica, all the references to the Nation of Islam, Mr. Farrakhan, fuck out of here. 2020. 2020. Am I trying to he had no, you know, racist rhetoric back in the days? It's not current.
Exactly.
It's not current.
Exactly. Man, sorry, you're so right. I have friends down here in Chicago that grew up under that, and they feel the same way. You know, they're not trying to hear that. They're not trying to hear that mess. And they've been hearing it for 20 years. Nobody cares about who.
Dr. Khalid Muhammad was the last of that camp or that institution to really talk it and walk it. And Mr. Farrakhan signed him down.
Yeah, they got him.
So J Electronica now trying to be a rebel rouser of sorts. It's not going to work. I'll give you the last word.
Yeah, I'm not buying it. Anybody who listens to this album just know it's probably anything that happened in the past 40 years.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all I got. That's all I got to say about it.
Good to talk to you, man.
All right, good to talk.
All right, HB2, check it. Hang on a second. Men, if you're over 50, you have to get yourself some B12. Don't fuck around with B12, you know, pills and all that shit. Get this and inject yourself the same way JFK and Hoover, the former head of the FBI, the same way they did. And get that energy back in your life, right? Hold on a second. I think Bought Chick Runs on the line. Hold on. Pow. Bought Chick Money, is that you? Area code 732.
Yes, it is.
Hey, I'm a little turned up. I'm letting you know. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. I have some coffee here myself, so I'm up and awake and pumped too.
Okay. What do you want to jump in?
Okay, this J Electronica album, I would have to agree with you. I feel like it's trash. I'm never going to go back to it. I'm never going to listen again. It's a great disappointment for people who were, you know, waiting a long time to hear from him. And it's very curious to me why there hasn't been a press run with both J's, you know, to promote this album. Why is Jay sort of backing away from the rollout of this album? There's been no mention of the fact that really he was on it, and you know, I wouldn't expect Jay to go on a radio press run, but I would expect there to be some press that would feature him. One problem I saw with the album is, you know, he's got a lot of references to like NOI stuff, and you know, we were kings, and he's talking about the synagogues of Satan, and I found that to be very contradictory for somebody who was shacking up with the Rothschild. And also for Jay-Z to be, you know, co-signing that whole, that content, you hired the same Rothschild, Kate Rothschild, to run the UK version of Rock Nation for you.
Right.
So why are you guys talking about the synagogue and synagogue of Satan, and you're in bed with them, and you're also doing business with them?
Now, was he making a stab at the quote-unquote Jewish people of the Jewish faith, or was he making a statement more in tune with, you know, the Bible and other things that aren't necessarily hateful? Did you dig deep?
Well, traditionally, when people bring up that particular scripture about the synagogue of Satan, they are referring to, you know, the Jews, and it does have a negative connotation. Okay. So he mentioned it for a reason. Okay. And I'm not saying that what he's saying isn't correct, because I agree with him. What I'm saying is you don't live the same life that you have in your rap, because why would you be sleeping with a Rothschild if you know this information and you have this knowledge? Why is that who you're laying down with?
Yep. Doing blow and laying down with pink toes.
Exactly, and it's not like, you know, he can sort of turn it into a flex and say, you know, oh, well, she has my baby and now I'm set for life or something like that. Like, you were just her mistress, really, because the woman was married. So
didn't he have a child with Erykah Badu, if I'm not mistaken?
I believe they have one child, yes,
okay.
But she has several kids, so I have to check on that.
Erykah Badu must have some fire pussy. You know, she got a baby by J Electronica or Andre 3000. Pussy must be fire. Pardon me, Ronnie. I'm out there. Just bear with me. Okay. Did you listen to the album by J Electronica? The full album?
Yeah, and I found myself skipping. Like, I would give it, you know, 30, 45 seconds. Okay, on to the next one. If there were no, as you said earlier, bangers on this album, I really don't think it has replay value.
Folks, let me just say that Erykah Badu, I've never interviewed her, and she used to follow me on Twitter. I don't know if she still does, but I've always appreciated her as an artist. I don't mean to take shots, you know, because she has had a bunch of beautiful life forces, you know? And isn't she selling some type of incense with the scent of her vagina? Do you know about that, Ronnie? I think so.
I still haven't figured out if that's a troll or if it's a real thing that she's doing. I don't know if she's just being funny. But, you know, this is something that has been said for a while. A lot of people have said that, you know, she has something that just captivates men.
Fire pussy.
She was also with Common.
Right.
I think DOC is another one that
right.
I think she had a baby with, but I'm not sure. I think she has like 4 kids. So.
Martial law, Ronnie, that's one of my other topics. Is martial law coming to America? You live in New Jersey. Have you seen or heard anything? I got some pictures that the military is in Manhattan, and I got 2 good sources that said to me the island of Manhattan, New York City, which is an island, will be quarantined this week. Any thoughts on that?
Well, I think we're seeing a sort of implementation of it on a very smaller scale. For example, there's a Costco near to me where they had an officer standing guard while they rationed out the toilet paper. This was at a Costco, and at Costco, you know, it's expected that you're buying in bulk.
Right.
But limiting the amount that you could take off of the pallet.
Wow. I saw a couple of women I saw a couple of women getting slapped over tissue paper on a few websites. Getting slapped. Pow!
Yeah.
It's mine, bitch, back off.
At a Walmart or a grocery store, but you typically wouldn't expect that like at a, you know, a wholesale store.
Right. So, martial law, again, you're in New Jersey. Do you have to go into the city during the week for anything?
I do not, and I don't plan to, but I do think that they're getting closer to like some sort of shutdown in actual New York City. They've already shut down the schools, and you know they have like these mobile sites that you can go to now to get tests done to see if you do have the virus. But I think we're getting closer and closer to that because we're seeing entire districts shut down. Some states have shut down the schools statewide. We're seeing some towns near me have curfews now where the businesses have to close. The businesses have to close at a certain time. And it's like, so what are you saying? The virus only comes out at a certain time? Where's the logic in that?
Right.
When we get to the point of mandatory testing, it'll be a different game. It's mandatory testing. We need to know if you have it. We have to take a blood sample and DNA sample. That's Illuminati shit.
Yeah. That's probably when they'll implant the RFID chip, too.
Okay. Can you hang on and take a few calls? You got time?
Sure, yes.
Okay. Salute to Frank. He sends in a cash app. Sorry, J Electronica. If he dropped, when is Dre dropping Detox? So nobody gives a fuck about Detox. Didn't he put out some tracks on Detox? Nobody reading that shit. Hey, good evening, Kevin. He says, Dora takes the AI, got everything shots. Pay attention. Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you. Donation.
They're like, huh?
What
the fuck is you talking about?
Who is this? I'm trying to say that I don't think people from the hood. Did you send in a donation? Okay, this is the guy who called in earlier about Pop Smoke. R.I.P. to Pop Smoke. So, you know, sadly, we still don't have suspects. Real suspects. But he says, what I was trying to say is that I don't think people from the hood or gangbangers or his people took him out. The group he represented, the Wu, dates back to 1992, fully formed in 1993. We know this, sir. And there are agencies that have put the Wu on the top of their COINTELPRO. The bottom picture was... Okay, thank you, sir. I don't know, sir. I put out a theory, in case you don't know, that the Armenian who owned the Rolls Royce that Pop Smoke supposedly stole from the video shoot and then put on a flatbed truck and took back to Brooklyn, I think maybe the Armenian pushed its way back. I don't know. But thank you again for your clarification and your donation. Area code 202. Good evening. Are you there? 202.
Sorry, yo.
Hey, what's up, man?
What's good?
I'm enjoying life and eating some M&M's, so I ain't worried about shit. What about you?
Hey, you better be cool with that Scientology, man. They got big money, boy. You better chill out.
Why so, sir? I'm an atheist. I don't give a fuck about Scientology or the Nation of Islam.
Hey, all that's cool, but don't come get you. You better chill out.
So you sound like you're scared. You sound like the propaganda has got you shaking. I ain't scared of nothing, sir, but it's time to go. It's time to go.
Hey, yo, me and Shampoo got the same thought process, yo. I am scared. When you got more money and power than me, I'm calling the motherfucking cops.
Huh? What the fuck is you talking about?
Hold on a second, Ronnie. Area code 424. Good evening, 424. You there? Hello.
Yeah, I'm here. What's up, Star?
How are you, sir?
What's up? Man, I'm chilling. You know, hey, first of all, about that J Electronica, I don't even want to listen to it when I saw Jay-Z was damn near featured on every song. I said, this is just a stunt. Right, that's a stunt right there.
Okay. You heard the entire album?
But about the
entire album?
I don't even want to listen. I don't even want to listen to that BS. I know it's trash.
How many tracks did you hear, sir? We have to be objective. Don't follow what I'm saying. Did you hear the entire album?
I'm not following what you're saying. I just think Jay Electronica's trash, period.
Okay.
I always thought he was trash. Kendrick Lamar watched him up on the song.
Okay.
Right.
And
did you hear any of the tracks, sir?
Yeah, right.
Any of the tracks?
I heard one. I just heard one song. I don't even know the name of it.
Let's get him out of
here. Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
Please don't call him lying. I'm not trying to assassinate Jay Electronica, just on some hate shit. I am the objective hater, but I listened to the entire album. Hold on, Ronnie. Hold on. Okay, this is the guy still talking about Pop Boo. Sir, please. Please. The white man is putting his Mac down. You know? R.I.P. to Pop Boo, man. I hope they find the killers or something like that, but come on. Blade Star finally telling the truth about Trump being a puppet. Why doesn't the big bad politically incorrect Trump simply issue an executive order and make the Federal Reserve do the right thing and cut interest rates? Because he knows that if he does, his ass will end up like Kennedy. Finally telling the truth. So I tell the truth on a regular basis. You just don't believe me. I told you before, my guy Trump is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. What do you mean finally telling the truth? Yeah, the Federal Reserve. And? Hold on. Somebody said, oh, hey, I like this, somebody just sent me a nice screenshot. I think I might use that. Somebody said, star ain't shit. I'm gonna save this money. Hold on a second. Hold on, let me say. Okay, check your email when you get time. Jason, good evening, sends in a donation, area code 202. Folks, if you're scared, go to church. We're just talking that real shit tonight. Please don't go in here clacking at the knees. Lordy, Miss Claudia. You niggas been running around in Gucci slides. Now the white man is putting down the mallet. Bow! And you're shaking. Eric says, how much to add my link to the top of your comment? Well, why don't we start out with $100, sir? Why don't we start there? I mean, I don't charge people. You have 75, I'll cut you some slack. 75, send the cash out right now. All right? I thank you for your donation. I run a charity, thesnitchnetwork.org. This is charity work I do. So I don't really have prices set in stone, but I thank you for your donation, all right? Shoot me an email and we'll work it out. Hey, Sydney. Okay. Thank you for the email, Sydney. Yeah, I can't pronounce that, man. I just thought about it. Purvis says, Flux. Okay, what is he talking about? Hold on, Mike. Is this Purvis? Is that you? Purvis? Hey.
Yo.
Hey, how are you, sir?
Yeah, I'm doing good, man. First time caller, long time listener.
Okay.
Yeah, well, Flux Capacitive from the album.
What about that?
Elaborate.
Jay's verse.
Elaborate.
Yeah, if you listen to Jay's verse, he was spitting some fire. Like he was talking about, if he dies, don't tweet his name out to get clout and stuff like that. But I mean, he was spitting some fire.
Yeah. Jay-Z's my nigga. He always spits fire. It's my nigga. But we're talking about Jay Electronica being washed in 2020. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really follow Jay Electronica like that, but the album was really lackluster. And the only reason why I even thought about listening to the album was because Jay-Z was on it.
Right.
So in that case, he won. Because if Jay wasn't on it, I wouldn't even be listening to it.
Okay.
But it was lackluster though.
Okay.
And I don't really follow the Nation of Islam, so...
Nor should you. No, should you. Niggas washed.
Yeah, I don't really know too much about that, so I can't really relate to the lyrics that he was spitting,
How old is you? How old are you?
I'm 26.
Okay. You're at the core of the core target demo for most, media outlets. You are the core of the core target general. So your opinion does matter. It does matter. And in a roundabout way, that's what I was saying. Jay Electronica is talking in 2020 is not current with the times. You feel me? So I appreciate everything you said. Anything else you want to comment about martial law? Where are you located?
I'm in Queens right now. And it's getting crazy in New York. They just shut down the schools here in New York.
Right.
But I think this is sort of like preparation for martial law, because if you look at it, all the sport, like every single major sport is pretty much shut down. The only thing that is not really making it to law is the curfew. We don't have the curfew yet. But I mean, talk shows are pretty much done. Nothing's on TV. All major sports are shut down. So this is pretty much.
What the fuck?
This is preparation for martial law.
You're right. Thank you for your call, young man. Thank you.
Fuck?
No problem.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Keep doing you.
Yes, sir.
Jesus Christ.
See, I pay attention to the babies. 26-year-old man. He sounds like he's got his third eye open. You know? Hang on a second. Who else just sent me a Swank Sinatra? How are you, sir? He says the safest place from the virus is jail, old nigga.
Damn.
Sir, you might be right. They have a balanced diet, recreation, on-the-job training. You might be right, sir. Any comments, Ronnie, on that? No. The safest place for the virus is jail. Where's Ronnie? Are you there? Boss, Ronnie.
I wouldn't think so, because you still have guards and staff that are coming in and out of the facility. So they could be bringing it into the facility, and then once you're in jail and you're in such close quarters that it would spread much faster.
Wait a minute. Okay. Who is this talking about my comments in the chat? You're not comments in the chat. Who are you? I'm looking at the live chat right now. The live chat is popping. What the fuck you talking about? Did you say some stupid shit and somebody in the live chat put you in timeout? That's how it works. I don't regulate that motherfucker. Ho ass nigga, you said the donation. Need you get out of here. Blade says start laying down with the Rothschild is not necessarily a bad thing. If by laying with them you can get them to hit you some game, you learn the secrets of the Talmud by laying with the Rothschild. Didn't you say so? Okay, I'm not hating on Jay Electronica for who he ultimately loves. Not the opposite, trash. Talking like he was gonna slap 50 Cent years ago. Kendrick Lamar was jealous of him. Kendrick Lamar is somewhere laughing right now. Laughing. Sean says, turn the fuck up, boss nigga. Thank you, sir. Who is this one's on the line? Area code 442. Where are you? You sending a donation? I'm on that Creflo Dollar shit. 442. Good evening. How are you?
I'm on that Creflo Dollar shit.
Yo, I'm at the library. Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah. Wait, now did you send in a donation or is this an IOU?
Yeah, I left the credit card in the car. I'm gonna get you there, I promise.
Get your bitch ass out of here.
Fuck.
Alright, man.
Fuck out of here, man. Fuck wrong with you. IOU. Do I look like a social service officer? Let me delete that nigga's email. Folks, please don't play with me. I'm zooming off of a B12 shot. 2 milliliters I took. Where's Elvis the Chef Rosenberg? Oh, that's my guy. Area code 646. I don't see Elvis. Jesus Christ. Elvis, are you there? Give me a second. Let me bring him up. Area code 469. Good evening, 469. Good evening. Hello. Pick it up. 469.
Oh, 469 was good.
Yes, sir. How are you?
I'm good, man. Hey, this shit, you know what? I was even listening to some old Dick Gregory interview. They talking about all this shit. Look to what he said.
All right, yeah, Dick Gregory was senile in the last 2 years of his life. Where we going? Come on, nigga.
Listen to what he said, though. He said Donald Trump will be the last president, right?
Yeah, come on.
Donald Trump will be the last president. Think about it.
What's funny?
Come on.
You really laugh, though. Nah, it ain't. And, the United States, this is just my thought. The United States, I think, they're the biggest concentration camp. Let's think about that.
Facts.
What's so funny?
Yeah, think about it. They've been controlling people and social engineering people off just years of shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
The movies and shit like that for years. Now it's coming. You know, everything is coming to an end now. Like I said. But think about it. Why do they got
the Federal Reserve, sir, has put the clamps down. Gonna make everybody get in line and act right.
But look, why they got so many damn student labor? Why they got so many storage now? You know what they building a storage facility everywhere?
Yeah. Hang on a second, boss. You want to jump in there because you were talking about the beds, Ronnie. It may be in line with what this call was talking about. The beds. What was that, Ronnie? I forget. You said that there were some beds near the airports for people who were sick. I don't mean to laugh. What was that email you sent me?
Oh, that's the quarantine camps. They can hold 1,000 people, and so they rolled out 11 of them, and the military is going to be operating them.
Yeah.
And they're going to be close to whatever the biggest airport is in that state.
Yeah.
So there's one in Newark, New Jersey. There's one in New York. I'm not sure where exactly it is.
Sir, are you there? Where's he at?
Yeah, I hear you.
Continue on, please. Continue.
I hear you.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure they're gonna have them in New York, probably California, maybe I want to say Chicago, but Chicago, believe it or not, is one of the strongest states in America. People don't know on the low. So
Okay.
I don't know. You know, they got a lot of problems for the students. A lot of popular stuff come out of Chicago. You know, so I don't know. We have to just sit back and see, man. This is going to be the biggest Netflix movie to watch.
The center in New York is in Fort Hamilton, New York. So I believe that's actually like upstate New York, and they're calling it quarantine center.
Yeah.
Man, that's great.
So are you scared? Respectfully, you scared?
Oh, no, I ain't scared. Look at her. There's so much blood. Look at her. There's so much blood in the world, man. Look at her. There's so much blood on earth in the world, man. You can't be scared. Don't get scared now.
Don't get scared now.
Just lace your Jordans up and sit back. Lace your Jordans up and sit back.
Yeah.
Lace your Jordans up and sit back.
Yeah. Just watch the fireworks. We're going to get the house in order. Thank you for your call, sir. Thank you.
All right, man. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yeah. I like what he said. Don't get scared now. You niggas been partying? You had 8 years of partying in the White House. You were doing the Soul Train line and all that fly shit. Don't get scared now. Where's Elvis the Chef Rosenberg? Hold on a second. That's my guy. Area code 646. Oh, let's talk about it. Elvis the Chef Rosenberg. Good evening, sir.
It is I and I am him.
Yes, sir. Let's go.
Yo, great show. The album was trash. Wifey played it the other day. I thought it was the same song, and it was like 20 minutes went by. I thought it was the same song. I mean, this song is it? She said, we up to song 7. I was like, what? Anyway, and then she made a joke that I'm turning into a conspiracy. She said that Jay-Z never rapped on this album. She said it was Jay Electronica just changing his voice, and all this time it's always been Jay Electronica. Jay never even rapped on it. Alright. The email that I sent you was about the 9 scariest words, but that was sent by Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan, when he was president, said the 9 scariest words are, I can't say it now, but you know that,
Come on and say it. Fuck the algorithm. Let's go, Elvis. Come on. Say it.
Yeah. Also, thank you. I appreciate that. I was going to say that this whole thing with the toilet paper reminds me of the chicken sandwich.
We had a chicken sandwich from Popeyes that was out already a year, and what these knot milk, I call them the knot milk, which is Clinton spelled backwards.
Okay.
And the knot milk creatures that are out here, they like to trick the people. They have little games they play with each other.
Okay.
And they say, watch how we're going to have everybody line up for a sandwich that's been out already a year. And they were like, no, you can't. They said, watch us do it. And they did it. And they're doing the same thing with the toilet paper. These are just little games that the system plays to show how easily tricked we are.
Yeah.
Because before toilet paper, all you need is maybe 2 rolls for a house of 4 a week.
How about you get a washcloth to wipe your ass if everybody is put under, quarantine? A washcloth.
No shit.
Wash your ass.
Yeah, because all the toilet paper, like you said, is made in China.
Yeah.
So why everybody's running to get that? It's all part of the system's little tricks that they play on us.
Yeah.
Also, I wanted to say, when the president he addressed America and he had all those different people show up on stage to talk about the greatness that they're going to do to help. Those were all private organizations that all trade on the stock market. So what me and Wifey did was we wrote down every single company's name and went through all the companies. And each and every one of these companies, what they do have in common is something to do with minerals and aqua. So potentially in the next 20 years, I can see that there might be some sort of aqua wars. So I would tell the people that don't have any money, who can't afford to put $5,000, $10,000 on 100 stocks, what they can do is they can get the penny stocks from these big companies, and all of them seem to be caring about.
Be careful with giving away trading secrets, Elvis Chef Rosenberg, because they sat Martha Stewart's dumb ass down over there.
Well, I don't work for. All right, you're right.
But if you're giving out information and tips, that's risky. But go ahead.
Right. I get it. All I'm saying is that people need to look with new lenses. All that's coming out of this television is all a mind-controlled device. So let's use this mind-controlled device to our advantages and win. You might not win today or tomorrow, but your children could win in 20 years because these companies have a 100-year plan, and I want in.
Okay. Any thoughts on martial law, Elvis the Chef? Is it coming to America? Martial law.
Is what coming to America?
Martial law.
Oh, martial law doesn't need to come to America anymore. People are going to voluntarily go into their homes and quarantine themselves. You don't need to see tanks rolling down the streets of America. People are going to just throw the thumbs up at the cops when the cops say, everybody take your ass inside. It's not necessary anymore.
What do you think about, taking DNA samples and blood from people by way of demand? Mandatory testing, I'm trying to say.
Oh man, I can't wait for it because I'm invested in all those companies that are making all these products. It's beautiful for me.
Okay. I did for a short period of time try to invest in prisons back in 2005. 2005.
Wait, 2005, you invested in prisons?
I tried. I had a buddy of mine, and we were up in North Dakota, to be exact. It didn't really pan out for me. I didn't have the time, but yeah, big business.
Yeah, I am. There was a time where I would be against it, but I think that I'm tired of being the N-word rich.
Okay.
I'm over that. I want to be, I want to take it to another level. There was a time I was against that. And I used to think that Michael Jordan did that, and I thought he was a horrible person for that. But
I think that was a myth. I don't think he ever did invest in prisons. I think that's been debunked.
That's not true.
Yeah, that's not true.
Yeah, that's not true. That's a different Michael Jordan.
The myth in itself resonated with me.
Okay.
And I didn't, at the time, I was totally against it. But now, I don't think there's anything wrong with seeing an opportunity and banking on it, and then using that banking as an opportunity to help more than maybe just you and your family. That's what it's all about, because the only way out of this is through politics. Only way out of this is through politics. Feelings ain't gonna help.
All right. Elvis, good to talk to you, man. You want to promote your channel, please?
My channel is, the first name is Elvis, Big Elvis. Second name is The Chef Rosenberg.
Yep. Thank you for your support as always, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Hang on, Ronnie. Okay. Right, let me read some of these cash apps. I'll be right back. Jason, I got your cash app. Let me see if I can line you up, sir. Line you up to get you on the line. Where are you, sir? Area code 202. Did I already speak to you? I spoke to somebody in area code 202. And folks, maybe I was a little aggressive earlier. I don't charge people for calling, but how dare you send me an email saying I owe you? Don't say that to me. How much you want for this stuff? You know? Okay, so this guy here, I got his call. Blade, thank you so much. Blade says, so this is the Armageddon, and you've been waiting patiently for this to happen for your entire 250-year life. You half devil, Christ, mother effer. Now you, the son of, okay, now you can finally reveal your identity. Yeah, he's a good listener. Yeah, I'm 250 years of age. Okay, who is this? J Electronica respond. I don't care who J Electronica is. Okay, somebody sent me. Hey, Ronnie, thank you. You got the email I sent you. Hey, Rita. Rita sends in a cash app. I do not see message, but Rita, thank you so much for supporting the machine. You are appreciated. Okay. Federal Reserve cuts to 0. Yes. Did you see my guy Trump saying, I wish the Federal Reserve would do what's right? He has no power. Thank you, Bush Kid. I got your email. Bush Kid, Spence Scruller. Nico, R.I.P. to Pop Woo, my nigga star. Fax, R.I.P. to the brother. Never met him, man, but he was shining, Pop Woo. Pop Smoke, pardon me. Pop Woo. He was shining. Okay, then here's Rita says, Feds just lowered the rate to just above 0. Yeah, you know. Gonna get everybody in check, get you on the same page. Caplo says, sorry, can you pick up area code 361? Absolutely, where are you, sir? We're on 361. In a second, look away. Are you sure it's that 631? I don't see 361. Hey, is this Caplo? Good evening, Caplo. Hello. Testing, are you there? Caplo. Okay, he's doing a lot. Let me bring it in the meantime. Area code 225. Good evening, 225. Are you there?
Hello?
Good evening, how are you?
How's it going?
It's going. Can you come closer to the phone, please? Come closer.
Yes, I'm closer to the phone. Hello?
Sir, you're on some type of African headset. Come on, fuck boy.
What?
No, I'm not hanging up. Where do you want to go? Okay, he just on the screen. He wants my... I don't want to be too vulgar. I'm a little bit out of control here this evening. Let's bring in area code 925. 925, are you there? Microphone check. 1, 2, 1, 2.
What's up, Star?
How are you, sir?
How you doing? Good. You fired up today?
I'm great. I'm eating M&M peanuts, and I ain't worried about shit. Welcome to the party. What's going on?
Hey, how you doing, Ronnie? Oh, she's not there? Okay, anyway. Yeah, I called about the patent, about the Corona. Okay. Remember?
I
a couple days last week, whatever. Doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Anyway, yeah, no. Now, if they're gonna force us to get the vaccine, come on, that's what they want. And the chef, he's right. It's all mind control. It's all mind control. I like that dude, by the way. Salute to that dude right there. Okay. Smart man. But yeah, no, I mean, this Corona is. So I got a friend, and his wife is from China. Okay. And they did the quarantine like months ago when it first came out. It's nothing. That's what they're telling me. It's nothing. So this is all a way to control our minds, and divide us once again.
black, white, whatever the hell, to divide us, you know, against each other. You know, and he's right about the mind control. It's all, I work in tech, okay, so tech is all about making money off of your ideas. They want to know what you think before you think it, and this is what's happening right now. That's how they're able to control these people and have them go out to Costco to buy toilet paper. I mean, it's ridiculous right now.
I somewhat sort of remember your call. Can I ask how old are you, sir? And are you Caucasian, Hispanic, Asian, black? What are you, sir?
Oh, yeah, no. I am half Mexican and half white.
Oh.
And I am 39 from the Bay Area.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, respectfully, when you say controllers, do you think that African Americans pose any threat at all? They have no political power. They don't even have a Kennedy running for the goddamn White House. So how much do they want to control us? I mean, if you ask me, I think it's more so by way of the Federal Reserve and truthfully wanting to get everybody documented, DNA samples. So control who? Why? I mean, why?
Well, if you think about it, like, how do I put it? Human consciousness is a collective organism. So we're all thinking the same kind of thought at the same time.
Okay.
And right now they're able to tap into that shit. Listen, I know this sounds crazy, but I saw some tech, some AI shit 2 years ago that gave me a headache for 2 days.
Right.
I'm not even joking. In a Starbucks on a laptop. I'm not even joking, so. I mean, honestly, I don't look like I'm in tech. In fact, the security guard one time stopped me. He's like, "You work here?" I'm like, "Yeah, motherfucker, I work here." But I'm telling you this right now, man. Like, it's all coming to a head. I told you about the indictments about Pelosi. They weren't scared right now. So they pull this whole bullshit to scare us when really they're the ones that are scared.
So you're going to pull back on the profanity. Please, pull back on the profanity. Okay?
Oh, yeah, okay. All right. So I just everybody be careful, okay? Just be safe out there. Just don't believe this. You know what I mean? This is going to blow over. And I don't know about Trump one way or the other, but I'm supporting him because...
Sir, it's not blowing over. It's not blowing over.
Yeah, no. Well, I don't know. It's scary as shit, though. You know?
Let's get out of here. Stop person. Fuck wrong with you. Hog with Dana with the smoke. Hang on, Dana. Dana, so let me get at these hoe-ass niggas. Where's Dana? Hold on, guys. 973... Dana, where are you? 973. Dana. I don't see Dana in the queue. Dana, what happened? Did you have to go? It's Sunday. Wait, is this Dana right here? Hold on. Dana with the smoke. Is that you? Dana. Hello. Dana? I think Dana was on hold and I didn't get to it fast enough. Let me, 298, that's you, Ronnie. Dana, did you hang up? Wait a minute, here you go, wait a minute. Whoa. Dana with the smoke. What's going on, Dana?
I think you're doing too much today. I was on the phone for 30 minutes.
Yeah, I'm charged on caffeine and I took a 2 milliliter shot of B12. I'm out there. What's going on with you?
Oh, God, yeah.
What's going on?
So, New York City, the governor did do a press conference today. He is recommending for New York City for private businesses to shut down. He recommended, and so my company, the private business I work for, they already sent us the email. That's when I first text you, saying that they're closing for 2 weeks, but we will be getting paid. But that's how I know for sure. Eventually, he's going to put a mandatory lockdown on New York City. Mandatory. I know that's coming this week. So he's asking, but he is going to put a mandatory lockdown on New York City because it's a difference, because it's more people in a condensed environment to where New York State may not be on lockdown.
Yeah. Well, truthfully, he's a pawn, and he's probably been informed how it's going down, and he has no choice but to, recommend, to shut down, get out of town, because, it's going to happen, respectfully.
Right, and he's saying that he's willing to work with the president, all politics aside, because he needs the federal government help. He wants the military to come in.
Right.
They don't have enough tests in New York City, so they're running out of tests. There's not enough tests. There's only 2 companies that are making a coronavirus test. So he was saying other companies need to make this test. We're running out of tests. We're running out of hospital beds.
Yeah.
So yeah, he.
And how do you get the test? By sticking a needle in your fucking arm and extract blood and give you something also. Well, we have to inject you so that we can detect it. Just sit tight. It's not gonna hurt. Go ahead.
Right. Exactly. So you're right. I just think this is permanent fact because it's attacking the elderly, the sick, and people with pre-existing conditions. So it's the U.S. created a perfect bioweapon.
Well, listen, I'm a high school dropout. I'm just asking the question, so I'm not necessarily saying I'm right. Is martial law coming to America? Any thoughts on Jay Electronica? Did you hear the album? Do you not care or what?
No, I really do not care. I never heard not one song he ever made. He looks a little goofy to me, so I'm not into Jay Electronica. Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
He's as goofy as they come. Goofy as they come. Yeah.
Right.
Then what about Andrew Gillum, caught down there in Miami in a hotel, Chaka Chaka Cha, allegedly doing booty bumps?
Yeah. He was doing that up the spring break, honey. Yes. That pussy was spread open.
Now, Dana, hang on, respectfully.
Wow.
You don't like me to keep referencing this. So you have watched gay porn. So do you think that Andrew Gillum was getting donkey fucked, or was he smashing this gay escort?
I think this is why I watch gay porn for research, because he has a wedding ring on, and a lot of men, they are attracted to that. Like, that's a signal. So I think he was the giver and not the receiver. I think Andrew was the giver. Yes, that looks surprising, but he was the giver.
I think Andrew was the receiver. You see, that world, and going back to Ted Haggard, again, one of your top evangelical preachers in America. I'm sure you know who he is. That was his thing, a little crystal meth, a booty bump in the hotel, with the escort, and getting his back blown out. And Andrew Gillum's wife, has she released a statement? Has she filed for divorce yet? Because this man is probably living a double life. And the black woman, again, being mistreated, and now her life has been rocked by turmoil. Any thoughts?
Yes, please. She's not the average black woman. Miss Thane knew what her husband was before they got married, after they got married. She knew what the deal was. She knew what he did as long as he kept it out of the spotlight. So this is nothing new to her. Gotcha. And so a lot of politicians are like that, and their wives, a lot of times the wives go that way as well. So I'm so sorry for her.
Gotcha.
It's other regular black women, who don't know.
Okay. Dana, thank you so much for your time. And when's your next stream you're putting up on The Real Dana on YouTube?
Well, since I don't have to go to work for 2 weeks, I'm probably going to be doing more content. But I am out of town, and I will be back home on Thursday.
Okay.
Yeah. So maybe I'll do it when I'm out of town, but just subscribe to The Real Dana, and I'm going to get a show in probably a couple of days this week. So subscribe to The Real Dana on YouTube.
Okay. Thank you, Dana. Have a good evening.
All right. Good night, guys.
Okay.
Bye.
Bullshit Ronnie, I want to come back to you in a second with regards to something you mentioned to me earlier about D. Wade and some coach he made a alleged threat to. Give me a second, we'll go back to Cash App. Danielle, area code 361. I don't see you, Danielle. Guys, if I miss any phone calls, just bear with me. There's a lot going on tonight. I've been off the microphone for a few days. Danielle, if that's you, sit tight. Danielle, sit tight. Okay? But what is this? Somebody just sent me a link with no description. But please don't just send me links like I'm going to click on random shit. How do you say your name, darling? Is it Lacona? Parts of Jersey have a curfew already. Okay, thank you, darling. I like your sunglasses. She's on top of her head. Thank you so much for your support. Okay, who is this? 317. Natasha. Hey, Natasha. Star, can you pick up 973? Okay, let me see if, Danielle, are you there first? Area code 631. Hello, 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 hello. Danielle, pick it up, pick it up.
Yo. Stop.
Yeah.
Stop.
Sir, it sounds crazy. Did you send in a donation? 631, yes? Sir, are you there? Jesus. I'm patient, folks. I'm patient. Well, I give him patient. Okay, he's not picking up. Is this Natasha?
5-star. What up?
Okay. Who is this?
That, kid.
Who is this?
It's 5-star.
Okay, did you send in a donation?
5-star finesse. We spoke already.
Okay, someone sent in a...
Oh, no, I'm at work.
Okay, so you didn't send in a donation?
No, not today.
All right, let's get you the fuck out. Oh, you're talking crazy, a whole bunch of noise in the background. Is that Natasha, area code 973? Natasha?
Yes, I'm here.
Hey, darling, how are you? What's going on?
Hey, sir.
Hey. What do you want to
I
talk
want to
about?
talk about this Rona.
Let's go.
So, I'm a healthcare worker. I'm essential.
Okay.
And we've had coronavirus patients since November.
Okay.
And they're not being reported. By the way, I'm from North New Jersey, born and raised.
Okay.
From the hood, from the ghetto, from the gutter.
Come on.
So I work in a so-called upscale hospital, and they're not reporting the coronavirus patients.
Okay.
We've had several since November.
Okay.
I'm listening.
And we have some that currently are there now.
Okay.
The testing kits are limited because they don't want people to come to the hospital to just be tested for common cold symptoms, and it's a waste because you can test someone and they'll be negative, and then they can come back 2 days later and get tested again and be positive for the COVID-19. I'm throwing up air quotes.
Okay.
Because coronavirus has been around for years.
Right. Now, can I ask you a question? Within that testing process, do you have to inject something into the patient, or do you just extract?
They just extract. They do a swab. They do a nasal swab. They can do swab in the cheek. They just do a swab. And the test takes about 3 days.
Okay. Ronnie, do you have any questions for Natasha? She's from the state of New Jersey. Ronnie?
Hey, Ronnie.
How are you? So I want to ask you, what do you think about this since you work in the medical field and you've been seeing this since November? Do you think things are going to get worse before they get better, or do you think things are going to taper off, or how do you see that? Definitely going to get worse. Definitely going to get worse because they're doing things as backwards. They're telling people, stay away from large crowds. You got mobs at Costco, people still going out to the movies and to restaurants, and it's just, they're not taking it seriously, but they're telling people don't panic. But people are panicking because they buying up all the toilet tissue like idiots. Like, that's going to help you from the coronavirus. That's not going to help you. You're going to be shitty and have, you're gonna use up all your toilet tissue. Then what? You're not gonna be able to eat all the food that you bought because you can't stop going to the bathroom. But so I don't mean to lie, but that's just dumb.
Medically speaking, would you say that the average person who is, now I'm 35, the average person who's around my age, who doesn't have any underlying health conditions or issues, it's my assumption, and this is just an assumption, that we really don't have much to worry about?
I wouldn't say so. It depends. You can have a cold. You can have a common cold right now as a 35-year-old, 25-year-old, a teenager, however old you are. If you have a common cold and then you come in contact with someone with this new coronavirus, it can overtake you. It depends on your immune system. We all have to build our immune systems. It's common knowledge. It's nothing
new. You just gotta have a great immune system. You know, Americans, our diet is trash for the most part. So our immune systems are already compromised. So if you build up your immune system to begin with, you really, I wouldn't say not have anything to worry about, because you may come in contact with somebody who has full-on coronavirus and they don't even know it because they're asymptomatic, which they keep throwing that word around.
Now hang on a second if I can jump in. Okay, so now what about the vaccine, or the vaccine that they're trying to test on people? Have you started that process?
I wouldn't do it.
Okay.
I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't take the vaccine.
Okay.
I wouldn't take the vaccine because it's experimental. They're experimenting.
Right.
Once again, using people as guinea pigs.
I forgot the company's name out in San Diego. Months ago, they came up with a vaccine that they found in a 3-hour period. Their algorithm came up with one.
Star, they already knew that they were working on this vaccine months ago.
Facts.
They knew they were working on it because it was the virus was put out there, and they knew that they would have to have a vaccine because people were going to flock to it, just like with the flu and everything, the new flu and all these different strains, SARS, and the SARS came out years ago, and all of a sudden there's a vaccine. Even when they came, you can go so far back as when they came up with finally a vaccine for chickenpox, which they never had, but then all of a sudden they did.
Okay.
It's just the cycle repeating itself. You know, you're always going to get, in the vaccine, it's always going to be some form of the virus itself that they inject into.
Right.
And if this new coronavirus is so...
That's what I was talking about earlier. Do they inject you with something? So ultimately, yes, you do have to be injected.
Yes,
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep, I wouldn't do it though.
That's why I've never myself gotten the flu shot, because they're injecting you with it. And their excuse is, oh, well, it's not live, or, you know, this and that. No, I'll pass on that.
Oh,
Every person I know who gets the flu shot, they exhibit symptoms right after getting it.
Exactly. If I wasn't a healthcare worker, I would never get the flu shot. But because of where I work, I have to get it. It's mandatory. At one point, they were allowing people to not get it if you said that you were allergic to eggs. But then they said that they have a new strain of the vaccine that is okay for people with egg allergies. Then they said that you can not get it if you provide religious purposes. So a lot of my friends, they haven't gotten their children vaccinated because they have, said that they have religious reasons why. And, they go and they find a church and find a clergy that will write a letter so their children will have to get it. But it's just a cycle repeating itself. They want to keep treating us as guinea pigs and experimenting on people, and it's always going to be a different strain and different demographics. Like, you're not going to have the same strain of the vaccines in Summit as you would have in North.
Okay.
Right.
And I thank you for your information.
Right.
Ronnie, any other questions before we let the poll go?
Yeah, I wanted to ask her. I know that she said that she has to get the flu shot. It's a requirement of her job, and I know a nurse in Pennsylvania, and there were a group of nurses at the hospital where she worked that were refusing to get it, and so they were required to actually wear masks. Now, this was a couple years ago, and it was allegedly to protect other people, but if I'm understanding the way the shot works correctly, once you get that shot, you could actually give the flu to somebody else. So it should be the people who got the flu shot who are wearing the mask, not the reverse, not the nurses who refuse to get it.
What did I say, Ronnie? Ass backwards, and you're right. And that's the absolute truth. Because you're being injected with the virus. The people who didn't get the shot, they're not injected with the virus. Hello?
Right.
It's common sense,
Right. That's why if I know someone has recently had a flu shot, I won't even go around them.
You shouldn't, because they have it. They have it. It's going to be a strain of it that they've been injected with, and they can get sick. Like my husband had it one time, and the one time he got the flu shot, he got seriously sick.
Did he almost check out? He did almost check out?
He didn't check out.
No, I said almost. He almost checked out. Almost.
No, not yet. No, he didn't check out.
Okay. I wasn't trying to be funny. I'm just asking you a serious question. You're in the healthcare industry. Hey, thank you for your call, darling, and the information. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Bye, guys.
Thank you. Okay. Hey, Barchik Ronnie, I'm going to sign off with you because I got to get through some of these cash apps and super chats. Thank you, Ronnie. Oh, pardon me. Where you go? D. Wade. What's going on? Something about one of his sons or daughters, basketball, and the coach. Can you?
D. Wade has one son. One daughter. He has one daughter.
Yeah.
Now, his son, Zaire Wade, plays for a team. It's a private school, Sierra Canyon. And also there's another Zaire on that basketball team. His last name is Williams. And so for the last game that would determine whether or not they were going to a certain championship, D. Wade's son was pretty much benched for the game. He didn't really play in it that much. He didn't have that much playing time. And so Dwayne was being interviewed, and they asked him, about the upcoming championship game that's coming, and he said, yeah, I'm not going because my son is not going to play, and I don't want to do something to the coach. He's very, so he's upset with the coach and feeling like, his son should be getting way more playing time. But the thing is, when his son played in Florida, he was like a star standout on the team. But now he's at Sierra Canyon, and they have so many other talented players. If you don't measure up to them, you're going to be on the bench. And it's nothing personal. So it's like, why is Dwayne making it personal to the extent that he's sending veiled threats at the coach?
Okay. And this is not Zaya that we're talking about. Daughters.
No, this is Zaire. Zaire. But there's also another Zaire on that team.
Right. Okay. So he made a subliminal threat, you asked me, and are people demanding an apology? Has the coach said, hey, I'm offended and, we'll get a restraining order?
The coach hasn't reacted yet publicly, but I thought it was, very ironic that, unless D. Wade has been living under a rock, there's no way he doesn't know the comments that were made about him by, Boosie and several other high-profile people, but you don't have that energy for them. But you're making threats against a coach. Someone who is not going to respond to you with that same energy. So I just, that really rubbed me the wrong way.
Thank you for the info, Ronnie, and I'll holler at you later. Thank you for your time.
You too, sorry. Take care.
Okay, all right. Pause it, Ronnie. Check. I'm out of coffee. I really want to just keep going. Someone says, yo, stop talking ish about the NOI. Schoolboy, #434. Man, F them dusty niggas. What they gonna do? Niggas run around doing security with bow ties and no guns. My heart don't pump me with Kool-Aid. Hang on a second now. Where are you? Is that Schoolboy? Is that Schoolboy, area code 432? Oh! 432, pick it up. That's it. Hey, good evening.
Hello?
Yeah, is this Schoolboy?
Stop. You hear me?
Yes, sir. Did you send in a donation about the NOI?
No, that's not me.
Okay. How can we help you, sir? How can we help you?
I'm just calling to talk about the coronavirus and my several theories that I have.
Well, sir, I'm talking about martial law tonight. I mean, the coronavirus, it is what it is. Is martial law coming to America? Can we start there?
Yeah, I think so. Please. I mean, you see it in New York. I live in Virginia, and they are already shutting down schools here. So.
Okay.
And they shut down colleges, because I work at the school, so.
Okay.
And then, they're talking about, shutting down the school for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So, they can clean it and all that. So, I don't really know what's going on.
I shut it down!
So, yeah.
Well, pardon me, I'm walking. Public enemy, man. Okay, so the ultimate question is, so are you scared? You scared?
I don't want to paper, a bunch of toilet paper, a bunch of all that stupid nuts. Yet, you know, I live in a small country town, so it ain't really hit us over here as bad as New York.
Right.
You know. So I ain't really too worried. You know?
Do you have well water, or does your water come in from some type of system in the township?
I don't have well water. We have town water.
Okay. That's what I miss about living in Pennsylvania. I had well water, my own well for years, you know? So I miss about Pennsylvania, man.
Yeah, man. Well, it's nothing like well water.
Nothing like it.
You don't get charged for it.
Yep.
You know, but when you got the when you living in the town, you got to pay for that water. So, you know.
Do you have ammunition, sir? Are you ready? You ready for Whitey?
I ain't got no ammunition. I ain't never trust myself with no gun. I ain't gonna lie. I start blaming on everybody when I get mad.
With all due respect, sir, with all due respect, how many pair of slides do you have? How many pairs of slides?
No, I got no slides. No, I got no slides.
Come on, my nigga. Sir,
wow.
Sir, how many pairs of slides do you own? Just keep it trill, please.
Are you talking about the slides all the guys be using?
Yeah. Come on, you got slides.
Yeah, I got a Nike pair. That's how we do it down here.
That's how you do it. That's how you do it.
It is what it is. We from Virginia. That's how we do it.
I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. Thank you for the call, man. Salute. Thank you.
All right, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah. All these niggas got slides. Let's not play that game. Not play that game. Area code 434. Is that schoolboy? 434.
Yeah, man. This me.
What's poppin'? How you been, man?
What's poppin', man? I'm good, man. I hear you all here talking all that shit about the NOI, man.
So watch the profanity, schoolboy. Slow down. Watch profanity. Come on.
Oh, my fault. But yeah, man, you got the smoke for NOI, man.
F them niggas and what? What's Jay Electronica talking about in 2020? F them niggas.
I can't let you do it. I can't let you tell these people that the NOI didn't do shit for the community.
Come on.
Because we know they was in the hood getting them crackheads out of there. You know what I'm saying? In Atlanta, they doing the same shit. You know.
Schoolboy, slow down with the profanity. You're a Morehouse man. You can express yourself without cursing. Come on, man. Come on.
You're right. Okay, I got it. So, we talking about Jay Electronica, right?
No, we talking about the punk ass NOI. Let's start there. Niggas ain't about no action.
Yo, the NOI, at the end of the day, I heard some of your callers earlier talking about, well, the NOI don't get no respect in the Middle East, which is not true. You know, you remember Gaddafi took Farrakhan around in the Middle East, and he got mad respect. They had millions of people come out to see the minister. Millions of people came out to see the minister. Okay. Gave him mad respect. Okay. So it is what it is. You know.
What the hell's that got to do with us here in America? Farrakhan over there getting, what did he get, $5 million from Gaddafi? What did he get? He got a bag.
Yeah.
He got a bag.
Yeah. Right. No, he's not perfect, but nobody ain't perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like, that being said, I'm not on my knees to this man like that. However,
I'm not being disrespectful to the man, but now hang on, we're gonna talk. He's been the best teacher to uphold the teachings of the messenger to the black man. I give him that. But he has not been the businessman that Elijah Muhammad was. Prove me wrong.
Nah. I mean, so we spoke, and I told you, like, I see you're right, because I see his family doing very well. And I see the brothers and the moms not doing so well. They're talking about, yo, get out there and sell some papers and make your life better. Like, bro, I'm not going to be out here with no dollar papers, bro. I'm not going to be out here with no dollar papers. So, you're right, man. You're right. You know, business-wise, he needs to get it together. It's just, a lot of that stuff ain't floating down, man. A lot of that stuff ain't floating down.
He's a hell of a preacher. I give him that. Oh, he talks a good one.
Right. But yo, like you said, somebody did say, like, unless you ready to take somebody out, we don't want to hear that shit. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate that, which is why I stay my black ass at home. Oh, excuse my language, but that's why I stay home and watch the webcast. and I appreciate that.
Did you hear Jay Electronica's new album, Schoolboy? You are a Morehouse man. You have a great resume. I have a lot of respect for you. Did you hear the new album, A Written Testimony?
I'm not impressed. I'm very disappointed.
Come on.
You know, I'm very disappointed. And yo, when I told those people at my job that I got Erykah Badu's incense so I could be blessed by the power of that boom boom, and I was bigging them up. I was bigging Jay Electronica up, telling them to go check it out. Now I'm embarrassed. Now I'm embarrassed.
So you heard the entire album, Schoolboy, A Written Testimony. You heard it?
I couldn't get through the whole album.
Okay.
I was just skipping. I was like, yo, what is this? The little mixtape he came out with was better than this.
I respect you as a man. You and I have sat down here in Atlanta. We had some shrimp. Me, you, and Choke No Joke, and another homie of mine. I think we had a good time, good conversation. So I want your in-depth opinion. If you can listen to the full album and get back, you just call me on my phone. You have my number. I want someone else's opinion.
Copy that.
And in my opinion, it's trash. I just think he missed the mark. I'm not trying to hear that Nation of Islam stuff in 2020. But again, I respect your opinion. Get back to me, please.
Yo, I will.
Thank you.
You see this martial law coming though. You see this, right? Because they done closed down these schools in Virginia for the next couple of weeks. They probably gonna be closed for about a month.
Yeah. You're a father of 6, right? If I remember correctly. You're a father of 6.
You said what?
You're a father of 6, if I remember correctly. Yes.
Oh no. I only got 2.
Oh, okay.
I'm not claiming the rest of the votes.
Oh, easy.
Yeah.
Right. Thank you, Schoolboy. Thank you, man. Thank you. Okay, good man right there, Schoolboy. Yeah, you gotta be careful because his wife dragging his ass in and out of court. He used to call him Star in the morning, doing a little too much, and she said, "Whoa, wait a minute, cease and desist." Pow! Who is this? Someone here said you sent in a donation. Well, send me a screenshot. Who are you, man? I don't charge people for calling, but I'm on my grizzly, you know? Some respect on my dog, on my name, man. Okay, who is this? Area code 361. I kept looking for this person. I take the time to find you if you spend Skrilla. Is this Danielle? Area code 361. AKA Cap.
Yo, what's good?
How are you, sir? Are you a Cap Low?
Yeah, that's me. It's Daniel. Cap Low Cash Out. I support the machine.
Thank you, man. Where do you want to start?
Man, let me tell you something, man. These martial law is coming, man. These Negroes don't surrender, man. They're not prepared for no smoke with the white man.
Okay.
Not prepared for no smoke at all. But I'm on the road, man. I got a lot going on. Just calling the first time calling our sport machine, and I keep donating to you, man.
I appreciate you, man. Anything else? We'll talk about Jay Electronica, Miami police down there regulating for spring break, or anything else? Of that matter?
Man, I don't know who Jay Electronica, but I be hearing, man, that shit is trash. I don't want to hear nothing about that.
Trash. I thank you for your donation.
Trash.
Thank you.
All right, salute.
Yes, sir. Salute. Okay. Hold on a second here, folks. I got a bunch of notes I didn't even touch on. The baby. Tyronisha. Am I saying that name right? Tyronisha, who is on social media saying that the baby mollywopped her. She only wants $30K. Give her that, DaBaby. Give us 30 racks, man, and just, go on with your life, man, because it could turn into $500,000, if you start, poking your chest down and say, nah, F that. Go on and give them 30 racks, man. That's light. That's light. In case you folks don't know, that's she's seeking in damages for allegedly being slapped silly by the too much. Hold on a second. Antonio Brown, did he really propose to his baby mama Chelsea, or is that let me look at my chat. Did Antonio Brown propose? That white girl had about 3 or 4 babies by that hoe ass nigga. He's a hoe ass nigga. All that silly shit he does up on the ground. Yeah, I know Adrian Broner got arrested again. He's fucked up. Why do you guys want slow mode off? Put it back on fast mode? Okay. I don't read that shit anyway. Hold on a second. Pow, there you go. Slow mode is off. Who's this? Zone 6 Tone. Where are you, my nigga? Let's get you on here. Hold on a second. And how about the nigga that sent the email talking about I owe you? Fuck? Area code 404 is that Zone 6 Tone. Pick it up, Zone 6 Tone. Zone 6 Tone. Zone 6 Tone. Give it a second. Give it a second. Pick it up, big nigga. Big nigga. Big nigga. Okay. That's right. The Blade sends in a super chat. Hang on, I gotta hang up on Zone 6 Tone. That's right. Trying to get at you, man. Okay, Blade, I'll check that out. Bush Kick sends in a super chat saying, no NBA, no ESPN, hashtag now niggas got to read a book. That ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen. But thanks for your donation. What's that old joke? I guess it's a hard one. It's a very old joke. Forget it, man. Where do you hide? I forget it. Something about work boots and a Puerto Rican. Where do you hide something under a Puerto Rican's something? Let me slow down. JG 462. Shanija? How do you? Pardon me. Parts of New Jersey already have a curfew, so it's getting real. Thank you. RC from 315 star. This Dusty and peanut butter M&M's hit different when you say J Electronica's album is trash.
What?
Okay, thank you. Whatever that means. Mr. Vic says, yo, what's up, star? Us troll babies on your live chat would like to know if you would ever commit a horrible, like bringing Buck Wild one day to the show. Sir, Buck Wild always calls into the show when he's focused. He always calls in when he's focused. I'll keep you posted. I got something else that has been offered to me. I may try to bring Buck Wild back into, you know, the flow of things. But you know, he does what he wants to do. He's a grimy Brooklyn nigga, so that's his priority in life. You know, most people know that. There will always be a strong Buck Wild. I would never fire him like Chuck tried to do with Flavor Flav. I had to replace Buck Wild one time because he wasn't coming to work. He wasn't focused. But you know, thank you for your donation. I'll keep you posted. Dollar Bill says I want to call in. I have a 302 number. Let me find you. Hold a second. Dollar Bill, where are you, Dollar Bill? This might be Dollar Bill right here. Dollar Bill, Dollar Bill, Dollar Bill. Yo.
Yo, what up?
What's up, man? How are you, sir?
Man, I'm chilling. How are you?
I'm eating peanut M&Ms. Life is great. Talk about the coronavirus.
Man, that's what's up, man. I want to talk about that weekend album from J Electronica, man.
Let's go.
Man, these niggas is shea butter hustlers. Him and Jason. Real shit. All them niggas do, he came out with Nigga We Made It, then he came out with Magna Carta, Holy Grail. Now he's making this trash ass shit. I don't even respect it.
Did you hear the entire album, sir? The entire album?
Yeah, I did. I listened before I called in.
Okay.
Cause like, I know that J Electronica used to come to Philly. They got all these little groups out there, all these little hotel groups. And he used to come to like 30th and Max all the time. We don't even respect it.
No, because it's sitting on bed. No. Do you know which one you want to go to?
I'm waiting for my money to clear.